Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Jay Slater's mum, Debbie Duncan, is calling out Mark Williams Thomas after the video he dropped on his TikTok account. She wants to know what he knows. Is there something that Mark Williams Thomas isn't telling us? Does he have something incriminating on the friends? Okay, cool. So this has been published by the Daily Mail. And the headline for this one says, heartbroken mother of Jay Slater slams TV detective who claims to know the real reason tragic teenager left Airbnb hours before his death. In his video, he did say that him and Debbie had a real close and tight relationship and there weren't no issues there. But based on this headline, it says otherwise. But ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the media, you have to take what they say with a very small pinch of salt. It says here, Jay Slater's mother has slammed TV sleuth Mark Williams Thomas for seeking publicity over her son's death. Now, what doesn't make sense to me is if he's been in close contact with the family, how is he not already given them this information? And what information is he getting at? Is it information that incriminates friends? Is it information that incriminates people that are close to this Jay Slater case, close to the family? But at this point, Debbie's basically saying, reveal it. You told the world that you didn't want to reveal it because I'm going through a difficult and challenging time at the moment, and we can appreciate that. But you know what? I'm telling you now, reveal it. Within days, former detective Williams Thomas flew to the Spanish island and at the time said he would get answers within 72 hours, speaking to several witnesses as well as Jay's mother, Debbie Duncan. Tragically, a month later, Jay's body was found, and the TV sleuth who exposed Jimmy Savile says he now knows why the youngster left the remote Airbnb in the remote village of Mascar, but he has refused to go into details. As we do know, there were wild rumors circulating, including claims that Jay had been targeted by criminals of a cartel on the island for allegedly stealing a watch from a gang member. Speaking exclusively to the Mail Online, school finance officer Debbie, 55, said, if he knows something, I wish he would say it. Otherwise, people will think it's just publicity and it's not doing me any good. He says he wasn't revealing it because Debbie and the family were not in the greatest of places at the moment. So he wanted to make sure that he made the right approach, basically. But if anything, it's had more of an impact on Debbie and the family by not revealing it in that video because you've put that video out there. As Debbie has confirmed, it's time to reveal. Are we going to get another video from Mark Williams Thomas within the next 24 to 48 hours or by the end of the week? Are we going to get another video? Because based on what Debbie is saying, she's expecting another video. Otherwise, the guy is literally a fraud. So Debbie goes on to say that she's still in bits and she's going through counseling. It doesn't get any easier. I just couldn't sleep at all last night because after he posted what he did on his social media, it just kicked off all the trolls again. Losing Jay was hard enough, but then having to read what some people are writing is torture. I'm not good really, and I would be lying if I said I was all right. The last few hours have been awful. But again, for Mark Williams Thomas to drop that video without giving Debbie the answers that she needs has been more distressing, had more of an impact on her overall mental health. And therefore, we can only expect that Mark Williams Thomas does the right thing. He contacts Debbie and he lets Debbie know exactly what he knows. He goes on to say, what he said has knocked me back a million steps. I just wish he would say what he knows or just stay out of it. He last spoke a few weeks ago briefly because I wanted to clear some things up. That's interesting to know. I wonder what things she wanted to clear up. So it says, it was nothing untoward. I just wanted to refresh my brain because I couldn't remember much from the first couple of weeks. As you saw what I was like, I had just lost the plot, my son was missing, and I wanted to find him. Debbie added, there was nothing really new. I just wanted to go over some things. And he said, if I remembered anything, to just give him a call. And that was it. Now it's all over the news again, and it's really knocked me. He says, I thought for a second he might have something, but now I'm thinking it might just be a PR stunt, as all it's done is that it's got all the bloody TikTokers back and they have never really stopped, which is even sadder. Says that as if she already knows the truth. Like she doesn't need anyone else talking about it. Like, why are you talking about it? You sound delusional. Then at the same time, you ask yourself, well, why are you interested in what Mark Thomas has got to say? If you actually know the truth, if you know why Jay was at the Airbnb, how long Jay was at the Airbnb for. Why did Jay leave the Airbnb and not go back to the Airbnb? Why didn't he make any calls to any of his friends? Why did he decide to walk off road when Brad called him? There's multiple questions that need answering that don't actually make sense. Maybe Mark Williams Thomas has the answers. Maybe there's things that he's done over the past 3 to 4 months that have given him a clearer understanding as to what has happened. Remember, he said he had phone records, he had all of these different things. Maybe if he had access to this information over a period of time, he's finally come to a conclusion that this is what happened. And that conclusion might be incriminating friends or other people close to the case. Goes on to say, I will try to avoid it, but then I think I will have a little look, and it knocks me back because they just go over the same stuff, but I'm not biting on what he's saying. I don't know why he said what he did. Well, maybe Debbie, you can come out and tell us what happened to Jay, because at this moment in time, we've just been told he's been found at the bottom of the ravine, and that's it. Yeah, just take it. That's what it is. He was found at the bottom of the ravine. The public gave these guys over £70,000 for it, and that's it. That's it. Move on. Just move on. She goes on to say, I didn't sleep last night, and I'm going through enough as it is. He's put this on his socials, but he hasn't backed it up. If he knows anything, then he should just say. When you hear that, it makes you question everything that's going on here. One minute you're being told that Mark Williams Thomas is in direct contact with the family. She confirms that she spoke to him a few weeks ago because she wanted to clear a few things up. And throughout that period, throughout that time, you guys haven't spoken about what happened at the Airbnb. It's been 4 months. Warren's been looking for answers. He called the narrative BS. If he thought that at the time, and then over a period of 3 months, decided actually what I've originally been told is the truth, then why would he put that video on his TikTok months later? That makes me believe that Warren still doesn't have a clear understanding of what happened to Jay, and he would like to know what happened. It seems like there will be an inevitable follow-up with more information, more details about why Jay was at the Airbnb, left the Airbnb. I mean, there's so much more to know, so much more to find out. And hopefully Mark Williams Thomas isn't a fraud and he has those answers. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the article. I think there is more to the article. I will leave it in the description down below so you guys can go and read it in your own time. But leave your thoughts down below. I need to know exactly what you are thinking right now. Hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn your notification bells on. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.